Hi, I'm Paul from shoeguide.run, and today we're looking at the New Balance FuelCell TC. So here it is. This is a New Balance FuelCell TC, recently released, and it's New Balance's second carbon plated road shoe. The first one was the 5280, which was the shoe specifically designed really for races like the Fifth Avenue Mile, and that incorporated a carbon fibre plate, but it was only really built for mile races on the road. So there are two fuel cell shoes with carbon plates this year: the TC, the trainer competition, and the RC, which will be released very soon. The RC is the racer competition, comes in a little bit lighter, and that's the kind of pro version, or the out and out racing shoe. The TC trainer competition, I always think a racer trainer offers the cushioning of an everyday training shoe, but the lightweight of a racer. This weighs around about 280 grams. It's not the lightest shoe in the world, but it's not heavy. When these arrived, I actually thought that there may be only one shoe in the box. The carton was so light. So once you've got it on, it feels really light. I don't have an issue with the weight at all. The midsole, the fuel cell midsole, this is a new version, a new material, and it is very, very soft. If I can just squash it, I can see how much it squashes. It might be hard to tell, but it's really soft, and you've got the carbon fibre plates embedded in there. So you've got the comfort of the cushioning, but the carbon fibre plate stiffens up that first MPT joint and gives you a kind of a bigger lever to push off, and that's the thing that's going on with carbon plated shoes. So first of all, the upper, lightweight, kind of bunches a little bit in this area. A lot of shoes do when they're particularly thin, single layer uppers. Not a great issue. It didn't overlap, so no issue there. The tongue, a single layer of padding down the centre of the tongue, feels nice. It could have done with the little loop in there to stop it sliding. I did get a little bit of slippage on the tongue, not a major issue, no rubbing, no blisters, so nothing really to complain about. So I may actually make a little loop myself to fasten it into the laces to reduce that in future, but otherwise fastened well, wrapped around the foot, really nice fit. Another feature I like a lot of the New Balance in design this season is the Achilles, the heel tab area here, where it kind of splays away from the Achilles, so reduces irritation, and it's a really smooth material in there as well. Seamless upper, nothing to rub, nothing to complain about. Simple, looks like a racer, although it's a racer trainer, but I like the nice light, clean upper. Logo is a kind of a grey print on here. Could have made that bright red, really make it shout. But other than that, it's a very simple, classic design. New Balance emblazoned. On the medial side, you don't really see that, although some magazines do always shoot the shoes from the medial side. And with no logo on that side, I guess that addresses that issue. But I would have put that on this outside here. Purely cosmetics, you know, it's just making the shoe a bit of show. And for a shoe that is $200 or £180, I think we can afford to be a little bit fancy with it. The sole itself, plenty of rubber coverage. It's a thin layer, and we want durability for the training element of the shoe. So yeah, it's good traction, and it's going to make it nice and hard wearing. How does it feel? Well, this morning, straight out of the box, I did a 10k downhill following wind, 35 minutes. So I was really cranking the pace up. So I've seen a lot of people reviewing the shoe, and they're talking about running at 7 or 8 minute plus pace. I really think that to get the benefit from a carbon plated shoe, you need to be rolling forward quickly and getting up onto the forefoot for the carbon plate to have a positive effect. So I think it's going to be most effective 6:30 or quicker pace. So, you know, for the faster runner, It's a good shoe for tempo runs or everyday training. That said, it is very narrow. Now, New Balance say it's got a 30-20 stack heights with 10mm heel drop. I measured this and it comes in at 40mm. Now, you've got the insole and things like that, so I wonder exactly how far your foot sits down within the shoe. I wouldn't say it's 10mm, but it is quite a high stack, and I overpronate a little bit. I tend to roll in, but when I am running quicker and 6 minutes or quicker, I am more midfoot and rolling off quickly. That said, today I did notice I was rolling in a little bit, and you can see the signs of wrinkling on the inside edge of the midsole. So I would say that it would be better suited to purely neutral runners that are slightly faster paced. Like the FuelCell Rebel from late last year, the midsole is flared a little bit on the on the lateral side, sorry. That really does help the mid to forefoot striker. So when they come down and land slightly on the outside edge like this, the flare of the midsole catches them and makes full use of the cushioning and the plate. So again, suitable for slightly quicker, faster paced running. It's all arbitrary and relative to your overall pace, but quicker than usual. So I wouldn't say it's an everyday shoe. It's certainly a shoe for tempo running and your faster paced runs. A lot of people, it will be actually perfect as a race day shoe. I guess a big question will be, how does it compare to the Vaporfly? I think very favourably. It's a little bit cheaper. I think it's certainly going to be more durable, and I think a wider range of people are going to be happier in this shoe. It's more versatile, it's more able to cope with everyday running. And yeah, I think they're going to find it better value. So it's a real serious contender. For racing, the RC, which is coming out next, is going to be the real one to watch and the serious competition, in competition to the other carbon plated shoes. So that's the New Balance FuelCell TC. It's out now, and I'm going to give it a very solid, let's say 9 out of 10. Hope you enjoy it.